So Moot, I got a question, Moot. Before this Super Bowl, or even before the playoffs, like right when we did these conversations, who's the best quarterback in the NFL, who did that in the third, or your top five, who'd you what was you hearing? I'll just say this: when you said these conversations,
Was Jalen Hurts ever in somebody's top five? Hell no.
so do
Was
you
he in
think he should
yours?
be?
Not five. Not five. 10, yes. People looked at me crazy when I said 10. But five, no. At the time.
Is he in there now? Not even as a fan, but I'm just basing it on what you just said. He's been in the quarter. He's been in the Super Bowl twice in 3 years.
Well, I don't know because, like I said, though, because he
don't have the stats, but
he don't have the stats, but he's got more hardware though.
He got more wins than the ones that we mentioned above him.
Once
though.
again,
outside
though,
of Pat.
So we gotta reevaluate things because we give Joe Burrow everything. Every time we talk about quarterbacks, he's 2. How the hell can he be 2? And all he got is a bunch of numbers. Which I mean, hey, look, Dan Marino got a whole bunch of numbers, but nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? Lamar, again, MVPs, but no Super Bowls, right? Who else you want to name? So usually you got your Josh Allen's. Well, Josh Allen's another one. A lot of y'all, a lot of points, a lot of stats. Nothing else to show for it. And you could throw we could do playoff appearances, wins, and now Super Bowls. Your top 5 compared to Jalen Hurts don't match up. Dak at one point was up there, and look, Dak last year was what, top 5 again.
Number 2.
A lot of wins, a lot of yards. Can't get past the first round.
So I think, and this is just my opinion. Now I know he's a great quarterback.
It's time to start reevaluating that shit.
I know he is a great quarterback. Not taking nothing away from him at all, but it's probably gonna sound like I am. But Joe Burrow has just been living off beating Pat Mahomes when he beat him to get to the Super Bowl. He's been living off that like a lot, man. He's been living off that.
And that's only one. There's only one.
Y'all want to know why?
Is it 1 or 2? No, 1 win. Yeah, it's only 1.
Y'all want to know why he been living off that, bro? Because nobody else can do it except Jalen Hurts. It's only 2 quarterbacks that beat him. So for real, Joe Burrow get to live off that because they made it seem like it's just that hard to beat Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so now that Jalen Hurts did it,
now that that's changed,
that supersedes him over Jalen Hurts. I mean, Joe Burrow.
Now that that's changed, let me give y'all my assessment and how I feel about where Jalen Hurts is ranked amongst the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay.
So, being that I've been a Steelers fan for a very, very long time, and I've been a part of my quarterback going through the similar thing Moot quarterback going through. Not being some seasons, whenever he got Antonio Brown, the boys he was, but him not being statistically as great as his peers, aka Breeze, Brady, Manning,
Phillip Rivers,
or Phillip Rivers, maybe him sometimes, but
right.
But when he won, I would always call him number 1. I tell you this, I won't go as far as saying Jalen Hurts is number 1 because I still believe Patrick Mahomes has the right to hold that spot because he has held the throne for a very, very long time, and it's hard to knock him off of that throne of being number 1.
Right.
But number 2, 3, 4, and 5 is totally up for debate. And I believe Jalen Hurts, because I sent this to the group chat, I put Jalen Hurts, then I put a greater than symbol towards Lamar.
Hey, you got to also put this now. Playoffs is one thing. Super Bowl is another one. He took a ring from you. I'm not gonna count Brady because Brady wasn't Mahomes' era. He just extended his, his run. Like Mook said, he went and got weapons. Not knocking him for that, but in his era, Jalen Hurts is the only one currently that's took a ring from him thus far. So that got
Not
to
only
count for
that,
something too.
oh yeah, most definitely. That's why I said what I said. Not only that, but what I think what ends up happening in the end is Jalen Hurts ends up being, to me, this going coming into the 2025 season. Got Jalen Hurts as number 2. You can all these fans can say how they want to feel, and they can say however take it is. I don't care, chat. Y'all can get in here. Y'all can say what I want to say in the comments. I want y'all to know Jalen Hurts is the number 2 quarterback in the NFL. He has earned that right to hold that position. He won 17 of his he won after they lost them 2 games. They won like, I want to say 16 games in a row or something like that. He went on a 16-game winning streak to cap that off with a Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl MVP. Right now, he holds the crown in the NFL. You have to beat the Eagles to take it away from him. And it ain't said, and it ain't all said and done that they ain't gonna do it again next year. They are in prime position to do it again. So what I'm saying is, you gotta go with. I'm taking Jalen Hurts number 2 right now in the NFL. I like him as the number 2, and you can do whatever you want to do with 3, 4, and 5. The other 3 guys, you do whatever you want to do with them because they haven't beat Mahomes. They haven't won significant playoff games because at this point, wild card weekend and the divisional game doesn't matter because you have to see Patrick Mahomes in the championship game. And can you win that game? They haven't done it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I ain't got too much to keep beating on it. I mean, that proof is in the pudding, man. It's in the pudding. Move on to the next subject.
I will say, before we move on to the next subject, it's gonna knock him. I agree that he's number 2, and I'm gonna get away from the stats a little bit. Unless, of course, when they just far-fetched, just out of this world different, but I'll leave it at that. But I'm gonna get away from the stats. All I'm gonna say is he's gonna be number 2. I'm with fully, but coming into how they do the league, he's probably not gonna be 1, 2, or 3 or 4 favored to win MVP, just because I feel like him and Saquon they kind of take stats from each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think that. But y'all got something special. I would say y'all got something special there.
If anything, Jameis Winston said, damn them stats. We here to eat W's. And that's all we gonna continue to do is eat W's. If you want stats, you can take them stats with you and take that shit to Dallas. Over here in Philly, all we want to do is get the W.
When you quote a legend, great things happen. That's the wise words of the famous Jameis Winston.
All right.
NCAA GOAT.
Might be, hey, look, and you know what to say about Jameis, right? I said it before I seen him grab a mic, but you had to say there was nobody more entertaining in New Orleans than Jameis Winston.
Fox made some money.
Hey, look, he can still play football. I'm not saying he can't play
at a high level. I
don't want to say he's gonna be a starter in the league. He could play the backup. If somebody go down, he could start. It's a couple teams out there he can start for. But all I know is I am so ready to see his next career because commentating, he got it in the bag. He was killing that shit. He was entertaining. He was putting on a show. The camera couldn't get enough of Jameis Winston. If I was him, damn football and taking all them licks. You go get the bag.
He still got fans.
He is every network.
He still got fans.
It's every
you ain't gonna tell your favorite.
Like we got to get some more Jameis Winston.
You not gonna say he ain't.
I'm just saying.
He still got fans.
And that's
he
not
still
enough.
got fans.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he ain't got fans. But I bet he earned a lot more doing that and taking less hit. Just saying.
He still got fans.
So Moot, you saying it? You saying
it's not enough. I'm not saying that he can't play or just just take it up as you think. I'm just saying you proved it. It's a better lane for you.
So you saying so Moot. Hold on. So Moot, you saying his ceiling is greater in acting than it is football?
Doing 1000%. Yes. Yes. Am I lying? Could we not kept sending reels to each other?
Mac, let's go on to the next subject. Mac, let's go on to the next. Mac,
let's go around the room.
Mac,
Did
please,
you send
Mac.
a couple reels?
I got some reels.
Did you send a couple reels?
Mac,
I definitely
please.
sent them. The man is
Mac.
good at commentating.
Well,
He's
I will
very
send y'all his
good.
highlights. I will send y'all his highlights, but y'all won't watch them.
I ain't got time to see them.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't got time to see
Hey,
them.
look.
I'd rather see him be the guy he was. Hey, keep wild me when you out there entertaining the crowd, because you was beautiful at it. You did a great job at your first time covering the Super Bowl.